My dear people of southern Cameroons, brave warriors of our revolution, accept greetings from me, John Ba Akuro, on this very special day. Today is February 14, 2021. This is Sunday, and today is Valentine's Day. On this day, 1 year ago, our children in Ngarbuh and their parents were also hoping to be up, celebrating and enjoying Valentine's Day, sharing love and, you know, putting in everything that makes life happy. But on that day, La République du Cameroon, through their colonial agents, quickly cut short their lives. On this day, therefore, while I extend my greatest wishes of love, happiness, and prosperity to all and sundry on this Valentine's Day, I like to call on each and every one of us to recall that on this day, our children paid the price. They paid the price because their parents. They paid the price because people in their communities. They paid the price because a lot of people in the southern Cameroons decided to rise up and say enough is enough. To say we needed freedom. The people had to rise up to say over 60 years of slavery and servitude must come to an end. And for that reason, these children, as innocent as they were, not knowing exactly what was happening, not knowing, who was fighting against who, not knowing, whatever was going on in their environment, they were forced to pay the price. My dear people, I like that on this day, when we do whatever we do in this liberation movement, let us bear in mind that we should take a pause, have a thought for those children and the pregnant woman and all those other people who were involved in this incident. And then for all others, including this child, who was also charged to death in Batibo, and ask ourselves the fundamental question: whether by our actions, whether by the things that we are doing, we are advancing the cause for which they have paid the ultimate price. This day will remain engraved in the memories of all the people of the southern Cameroon as a day, that showed that the people that are our forebears took us erroneously to associate with, thinking they were humans, thinking they were brothers and sisters, thinking that they were fellows we could bond with and seek development together and patch a common destiny together. But they made a mistake to take us towards people who do not see us as humans, who only see us as half humans. As you can see on your screen, Yasminatu 12, Amsa 9, Alina 7, Yamsi 6, Sika Soliatu 5, Shea Daina 15, Shea Midian 13, Shea Jude 9, Shea Tracy 5, Shea Cynthian 6, Mary Angel 4, and Berignui just 5 months. These children have paid the price for the freedom we are seeking. By our actions on a daily basis, we must do everything and by all peaceful means possible to make sure the sacrifice that these children have put in does not go in vain. My people, I know a wise saying which indicates that if you want to make it small, do it alone. Do it all alone. There's no problem. You're going to succeed. But if you want to make it big, resounding, something people will talk about, you need company. That is why, for us to achieve this freedom that we seek, for us to achieve this independence we need so dearly, my dear people, we need to reset the button to 2017. We need to consider giving up egos. We need to consider giving up the senior positions we believe we have acquired. We need to consider giving up our greed and everything and try to work together. Try to pull together. We may not necessarily come together under one organization, my people, but we can at least talk to each other regularly. We can consult each other. We can exchange with each other and make sure that we portray harmony in the way we do things. Today, more than ever before, the world is paying attention to what is happening in the southern Cameroons. Just take a look at this picture. Look at this little young girl. As innocent as she is bewildered. When you take a careful look at the way she is, peering around, this place used to be the house she lived in with her parents. This place used to be her world. But she can't help but stand and look at the ruins and all of this because her people, because her father, her mother, because people in her community stood up by peaceful means, with peace plans, as it happened on September 22, 2017, to say we want freedom, to say we need to be free, to say it is our inalienable right to seek self-determination. My dear people, while these children find themselves in these kinds of situation, it is a call on us all, a vibrant call on us all to understand that our personal egos, our personal desires, our selfish ambitions and all of those things will not help. They will not give the future Southern Cameroonians what they desire. We don't want them to experience what we are experiencing. We don't want them to be stateless like us. That is why some of our zealous ones will even come into forums and insult us as undocumented immigrants, as people without a country, as people with no place to go to. They will call us all kinds of names because of the situation in which we find ourselves. But is this something we can change? Yes. Is it possible for us to succeed? Of course, we are definitely going to succeed. Shall we attain this self-determination? Of course, we will get there. But my people, we can get there faster by doing just one thing. By deciding to show harmony even in our communication. I know there are a lot of people who have infiltrated our ranks with the sole mission of creating disorder. If people launch a call for fundraiser for their projects, you are not involved. If you don't want to support, there is no point for you going out there to castigate them. I don't care whichever group you come from. My people, I like us to note this, that this struggle is definitely not just about us who are fighting now. This struggle for freedom is about posterity. This struggle for freedom is about Southern Cameroonians who are yet to be born. Generations upon generations of Southern Cameroonians to come. This is why I like us to recognize, therefore, that it is even possible that some of us fighting today may not be able to enjoy the fruits of the freedom we are seeking. But our names will be written on the sands of time. Our children and our children's children will be proud to say, my father belonged. My mother stood up. Just like we talk of Rosa Parks, and we say yes by her actions. She helped the black people in the United States to stand up and claim their rights. In the United States of America, there is a whole day for Martin Luther King Jr. He is not here today to enjoy the fruits of what he stood up for. He fought for posterity, and posterity is recognizing him. My dear people, I like that on this day, this special day, this St. Valentine's Day, which is a day of love, let us take advantage of this day and show some love. Let us take advantage of this day and show some compassion. Let us take advantage of this day and make up and mend the fences that we have all broken. Let us take advantage of this day and place this call to people who have not spoken to in this liberation movement for quite a while, because we think that they are our enemies. No, we have no enemies among ourselves in this movement. We have only comrades. We have only comrades. We only have little things that make us different from one another. This is about our thoughts, our ideas, the way we see things. And so, therefore, my people, if we can only agree to consult with one another before we communicate, to consult with one another before we take decisions, far-reaching decisions, and to agree with each other on important positions we must take regarding our liberation movement, we will make this journey short. And because we will be able to make this journey short, we shall also reduce the cost. My people, even as I talk to all of us today, Mr. Paul Biya, yesterday, February 13, was celebrating his 88th anniversary. 88 years. These are people who don't have feelings anymore, who don't have sentiments anymore. Whatever is happening around, they don't even know it. Wherever he is, he's just kept somewhere and being taken. Too often, he may not even know what is happening around him. But he is there as a symbol of the oppression we are living today. My people, they are getting tired. The cost of occupation is growing. The victory is ours to lose. All what we need to do, just make one little extra sacrifice. Of doing what? Of giving up the ego. Of deciding to make peace with someone you have not been talking to in the struggle. Of deciding to consult and communicate with one another so that we all sharpen our communication, so that we are all able to have common themes going around the world in diplomatic outreach, talking about the situation of the people in the southern Cameroons. This way, we will make it. My people, this way, we will make it, and we will shorten our journey. Take one more look, or take one last look at these children, and let what you see on their faces, let the touch on the face of this young girl reshape the way you think regarding this movement. Yes, my people, we can make it. Sometimes we get stubborn, we get difficult, and some people even give up along the line, but simply because they don't know how close we already are to victory. And for those of you considering that you give up, remember one thing. Anytime you settle for less than you deserve, you will end up with less than you settled for. Take this home again. Anytime you settle for less than you deserve, you end up with less than what you settled for. We deserve nothing. I mean nothing shy or less than absolute freedom, total self-determination, total independence. That is what we deserve. If you are going to settle for anything less than this, trust me, we are definitely going to end up worse than we were before. Once more, happy St. Valentine. To God be all the glory.